Good morning, Hempfield. I'm Liv. Today is Monday, April 12th, Cycle Day 2. Here are today's announcements. Any seniors that want to be a commencement speaker at graduation this year should attend an informational meeting this Thursday at 9 a.m. in LG1. Come to the meeting to receive the informational packet. Stop by room 238 with questions or contact Dr. Rosman. Do you like making videos and telling creative stories? If so, here is your chance. Hempfield's annual That's a Wrap Film Festival is quickly approaching and submissions are needed. Your video can be about anything you want as long as it's school appropriate and under 10 minutes in length. Every entry has a chance to win one of 3 different $100 cash prizes. Additional information on how to submit entries will be coming shortly, but you can start filming and editing your video right now. So what are you waiting for? Lights, camera, action. Last month, our school celebrated Women's History Month. Hempfield Happenings' Elizabeth Williams asked some of our school leaders to reflect on what the month means to them.
Since 1987, the month of March has been recognized as Women's History Month, when we celebrate the women who have and continue to contribute to our past, present, and future. Recognizing the achievements of women in all facts of life has a huge impact on the development of self-respect and new opportunities for girls and young women.
There have been underrepresented groups of people whose voices were not heard through a lot of those stories and a lot of that teaching. And I think it's important to make sure that we are recognizing the accomplishments of all of people instead of just one group.
Mrs. Hoover is one of the few women who is a part of the administration here at Hempfield.
They didn't always have the right to certain jobs. They didn't always have a right to the educational systems that men did.
While women are moving into the workforce, they're still taking on traditionally female positions like teaching, nursing, and social services, which employ nearly 1/3 of all female workers.
There's been a drive in terms of women being part of education. I think a lot of women are natural teachers, mothers. I think, it boils down to that nurturing aspect of kids that has always drawn women to this job.
As a woman, I feel like women sometimes are a little bit more emotionally connected to things as caregivers and people who want to look after others and take care of others. So I think the education field is a great way to show those skills.
Dr. Becker is the only female principal here at Hempfield High School.
I never really thought about a specific month for women. It's nice as a female to be celebrated. I work in a predominantly male field as an administrator, so I work with men all of the time.
In 1970, women made up 8% of STEM workers. By 2019, the STEM proportions had increased to 27%.
I think a lot of it does come back to very early on in childhood, that for one reason or another, girls develop the thought that math and science are for boys. I know that in my own experience, I was the only girl in my high school physics class.
Dr. Williams is a biomedical engineer at Robson Forensics.
Women's History Month gives us an opportunity to demonstrate that women have been making contributions to society and culture for not just years, not just decades, not just centuries, but throughout the course of human history.
As women now make up over 45% of the U.S. labor force, there is still much more ground to cover. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Elizabeth Williams.
You can watch this feature and others on this month's episode of Hempfield Happenings, now airing nightly at 6 on Comcast 66 or on YouTube anytime. The weather for today after school will be partly cloudy with a high of 54. Tonight it'll be rainy with a low of 51, and tomorrow it'll be rainy with a high of 61. For the lunch, we have pulled pork barbecue and taco soup.
Good morning, Hempfield.
This week on the YouTube show, we put the bond of our friendship to the test and rode a tandem bike.
Correction, Riley, we are not friends, and saying that we rode it might be a little too much credit. Check it out.
Do you not know how to steer?
No, I
right?
do. I don't like having the responsibility of like if we get hurt, it's on me.
Taking a glove off.
You're lifting it.
Yeah, because you're supposed to turn the handlebars so that it pivots.
It's throwing me off. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Which I can only have one.
You can watch this episode in tandem with all of our others on the HSD TV7 YouTube channel.
That's all for today, Hempfield. From the Arthur A. Hackman Studio, have a marvelous Monday.